So is the Las Vegas real estate market going to crash, level out, or keep going up like it's been doing for the entire year? You're about to find out. What's going on, guys? This is Jerry Abbott, your local Las Vegas realtor, here to bring you another great Las Vegas real estate market update video. Hey guys, before we dive into the video, I just want to let you guys know, if this is your first time on the channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about the Las Vegas real estate market, then this channel is definitely for you. Please click that subscribe button down below and give me a thumbs up like. That would really help the channel out. And just remember one other thing, guys. I help people relocate to Las Vegas all the time. Every single week I have people contacting me looking to relocate to Las Vegas. So if you're moving to Las Vegas and you're thinking about buying a home here, whether it's a brand new home or a resale home, I've got your back. I've lived here for nearly 20 years. I know every inch of this city. Just call, text, or email me anytime and I will help you find that perfect dream home. Let's dive into the video. Okay guys, so I'm making this video today because I've had a lot of people reach out to me through emails, calls, text, through my YouTube channel, asking me if I think the Las Vegas real estate market is going to crash anytime soon. And some people are just automatically making a blanket statement telling me that the Las Vegas real estate market is going to crash. So they're sitting on the sidelines, they're not doing anything. And I want to tell you why that's a huge mistake if you're considering moving to Las Vegas. I've got a list of reasons here that I'm about to go over, and make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to tell you why home ownership in Las Vegas is one of the best things you can do with your money. And I'm going to show that to you at the end of the video, but let's go over the list of reasons right now. Okay guys, so the first reason on my list as to why the Las Vegas real estate market is not going to crash, in my opinion, anytime soon, is because of the big elephant in the room, which is this ongoing COVID pandemic. The COVID pandemic has now been with us for about 18 months. I'm filming this in August 2021. We've been dealing with it since about February or March of 2020, so that's almost 18 months. And even though we thought we were out of the woods, a lot of people are vaccinated. We thought we were kind of getting over that hump, and now we're dealing with this dreaded Delta variant right now. So now what we're worried about is, do children go back to school? Do employees go back to their offices? Because now employers are saying the only way to get back into the office is if you're fully vaccinated, and a lot of people don't want to get vaccinated. So people are using their homes still as their sanctuaries. And a lot of people have been looking for homes. That's why a lot of places like Las Vegas have become very popular to move to. This is the #1 move to city in the entire country because they can get great bang for their buck here. They can get a great home, a larger home, in case they have to work from home, in case the children have to be home. So the ongoing pandemic has caused a lot of doubt in people's minds that they may not really have any changes happening in their life like they thought, like going back to work or going back to school. So this might be the new normal. So the ongoing pandemic is making people doubtful and fearful to go back to that normal way of life. And I believe as a result of that, the pandemic is letting people say to themselves, hey, you know what? I'm going to stay in my home. I want to cocoon myself in my home, and that's where I want to be. And that's why the home market has gone absolutely bananas in the last 18 months, because everybody wants to kind of stay put. And a lot of people have bought homes here in Las Vegas because they're getting great options, obviously, in Las Vegas. And this is the place for them to live because this is going to be their new way of life. So that is what's been driving a lot of the demand in Las Vegas, especially. There's been more people than ever that's been moving here. So that's the first reason. Okay, so number 2 on my list as to why I believe the Las Vegas real estate market will not crash anytime soon, and again, this goes towards the general US real estate market as well, is interest rates. Interest rates are just still at record lows. They are not raising rates anytime soon, in my opinion. They're hovering right now on a 30-year fixed mortgage at about 3%, low threes. So it's basically like you're able to borrow money for free. That's not 100% for free, but that's really, really low. And there's a lot of people who are renting homes that are saying, hey, you know what? Might be time, if you've got a little bit of money put away, this might be the best time for us to actually buy a home because interest rates are so low. And if they stay low like this, it allows more people to enter the marketplace if they have some savings to get into a home, because they're really going to have probably a lower mortgage payment than they are an actual rent payment, whether it's an apartment or a rental house. So interest rates being really low is one of the big benefits as to why the whole Las Vegas real estate market and the US real estate market is going to stay pretty good, because that is not going to change anytime soon, and it's allowing people to get really cheap borrowed money to get into homes. All right, so number 3 on the list as to why I believe the Las Vegas real estate market is not going to crash anytime soon is hedge funds. Now, this is a very unique thing that a lot of people don't even really realize, is that hedge funds, which is typically associated with Wall Street, they are flush with billions of dollars in cash, and they have been buying thousands and thousands of homes all across Las Vegas. And what they do is they buy the homes, they renovate them if they have to, then they rent them out. Rent prices have been going absolutely crazy in Las Vegas. They have skyrocketed. We lead the country in the highest raised rental prices now. So what's happening is the hedge funds are buying thousands of homes. They're raising rents. They're charging these people these higher rental prices. What that does is it puts profits into their balance sheet and it makes them happy. So that's why they're buying a lot of these homes. So what that means is they're going to protect their investment. They're not going to allow the real estate market to completely tank and lose their profitability while they're renting out of thousands and thousands of homes. So hedge funds is a very big reason, in my opinion, specifically in Las Vegas, as to why this market is not going to crash anytime soon. Okay, so the fourth thing on the list that I believe is not going to allow the Las Vegas real estate market to crash anytime soon is FOMO. And FOMO basically is an acronym for fear of missing out. If you don't know what that means, FOMO is short for fear of missing out. And what that means in the Las Vegas real estate market is we've been in the news all the time about it's a great place to move to, great weather, great tax benefits. We now have professional sports. Everything is booming in Las Vegas. So people don't just want a vacation here. They come and vacation and then they go, you know what? I really want to live here. And the population obviously is growing. A lot of people are still able to find a lot of affordable homes here. So what they hear is they say, you know what, a lot of people are moving to Vegas. Maybe we should move to Vegas. Our state where we live, maybe the weather's not so good. Maybe the tax benefits are not so good. So they keep hearing about it and they say, you know what, we need to get in now while it's hot, while we can still afford it. And a lot of people are jumping in here because it is a fear of missing out. They're seeing other people do it and a lot of people are following suit. Okay, so the fifth reason on my list as to why the Las Vegas real estate market is not going to crash anytime soon is population growth. And what I mean by that is Las Vegas right now has about 2.5 million people total in and around the entire Las Vegas area. Now, that's grown over the years, obviously, but if you think about it, because I just mentioned previously in the video that Las Vegas is the most moved to city in the country, we've had about 40,000 people in the last 8 months move here. So if you think about that, that's about 5,000 people a month that are moving here. What they're anticipating over a period of time, because again, the weather is great, the tax benefits are great, we have the greatest entertainment, professional sports are here now, we have all these huge benefits. They're predicting 1 million more people to move to Las Vegas in the next decade. So if we go from 2.5 million people to 3.5 million people, you can automatically assume real estate prices are not only going to stay where they are, but they're most likely going to keep going up over this period of time. Because where are they going to put an extra 1 million people that move to this city? It's just going to create more demand and they're going to build more houses. And that is just going to keep the demand strong, if not make the prices really keep going up. So population growth is another huge reason as to why I don't believe the Las Vegas market is going to crash anytime soon. All right, so number 6 on the list as to why I believe the Las Vegas real estate market is not going to crash anytime soon is because of supply chain issues and employee shortages. Now, let me talk about that for a minute. This is all linked back to the pandemic. The pandemic has kept a lot more people at home and not at work. So there's an employee shortage. So because there's less employees doing the work for a lot of like these home builders that are building homes out here, they have to raise prices because they can't get their supplies in and get them moving the way they usually do through the normal supply chain because there's just a lot of employee shortages. That has raised the prices on the supply chain, like lumber prices have gone up 200 to 300%, steel prices have gone up, even chlorine for swimming pools have gone up. So everything has gone up because of the effect of the supply chain, because of the employee shortages. So that alone hasn't changed and isn't going to change anytime soon because we're not out of the woods with the pandemic. And even when we do get out of the woods with the pandemic, it's going to take a long time. There's going to be a long lag time for everything to get back to normal. They're talking about 2022 to 2023 before we really see some normalcy back into the market. So that alone is going to be one of the big reasons as to why the Las Vegas real estate market and the whole US market is not going to crash anytime soon. Okay guys, so I hope you stay tuned to this part of the video. This is definitely the most important part. I really think this is critical advice that you need to listen to. So just bear with me for a minute here, okay? I'm sure you notice when you go to the grocery store, groceries cost more money. Putting gasoline in your car costs more money. Buying school supplies for your children costs more money. Buying a house costs more money. Everything costs more money now because we are in a runaway inflationary situation. And the reason why that's happening is the government for the last year or so, because of the pandemic, has been printing money like it's going out of style. And even though that's helping some people, it's causing a lot of pain on the back end. People can't afford things as easily as they once did. So how that relates back to the Las Vegas real estate market is very simple. In the last year, real estate prices here in Las Vegas have gone up about 25%. That's getting to the point now where a lot of people can't afford things, and a lot of people are still sitting on the sidelines. So I want to go back to an old expression that they used to use in the stock market and still do. This is the expression: time in the market is much more important than timing the market. And what that means is, it's like in the stock market. You put your money into the stock market when you're 20 years old, and you have a lot of money when you're 60 years old because you've just been invested in it for a long time. You don't try to pick the top and the bottom. And a lot of people now in the real estate market, particularly for Las Vegas, is they're trying to time the market. That's not what you want to do. You want to get into the market, stay there like you're holding on to a long-term investment, and build your equity over time. That's what you want to do, because if you keep waiting and you keep sitting on the sidelines, things are going to keep going up. We're not going to roll backwards like a lot of people are thinking. So with that said, if you guys are thinking about possibly relocating to Las Vegas, I've got your back. I am a local realtor here. I know this city like the back of my hand. I've lived here for nearly 20 years. If you're thinking about buying a home, it is a great time to buy a home now, to get in the market, stay in the market, and build equity over time. Just call, text, or email me anytime, and I'll help you find that perfect dream home. I'll see you guys in the next video.